The way most people think about passion is just bullshit. I have spent 15 years building businesses, and I've built the first 3 of those businesses based on passion. Then I built the other 2 businesses based on something else. And the other 2 businesses actually made money. My last corporate client, for example, was a $500 billion reinsurance company, and I've also worked with several, if not all, of the Fortune top 500 companies in IT, because we were an IT agency and we worked with a lot of the big fishes. And names like Uber, Microsoft and all that might sound important, but they are not. Working with them is actually the result of taking business in a very different way, of thinking about business in a very different way. And I'll show you this way today. And obviously you should listen to me because I'm an engineer, and engineers, we know everything. That's how the world works. We are all geniuses and we know everything. So you should definitely finish this video. Otherwise you will not know anything and your creator business will just suffer and fail. That's guaranteed. Yeah. And we never exaggerate. But let's talk about passion. So let's say you're passionate about something, right? You're passionate, a heart. So you're passionate and you start talking about this thing online. You start building a business about your passion, right? And a few people come to enjoy your passion with you. They are also passionate about the thing you're passionate. So you start building a business around your passion, right? And that's great. That's great. We have some audience. We are building a business. Everything is perfect. And you're very passionate. Maybe your passion came from when you were 6 years old and you saw a toy rocket and then you decided you want to be an astronaut and you were a complete moron because you were 6. Obviously, kids are not as smart as grown-ups because of just human practice and how the brain works, but you're passionate. That's what counts. It doesn't matter that your passion is completely arbitrary and it doesn't make any sense and it's just a random dream that you have. It matters that you're passionate. You're following your heart, even though that makes zero logical sense. But let's just assume that this is the good idea. So you're here, you have a little audience, everything is perfect. But let's say you didn't do that. You actually decided to do the logical thing. This would be the logical thing because it's different enough from the passion thing. So you are doing the logical thing, and instead of just talking about whatever, you're just sitting around and looking at what people do. So let's say we have a few people here, let's say we have a few people here, and let's say we have a big group of people. This is just everyone else here, right? And you go to everyone and you're like, hey, what do you care about? What kind of problems do you have? How can I help? And they have 1,000 different problems and 1,000 different things that they want. And you're like, okay, you're cool, but I can't really figure out what to help you with because there's so many of you. There's like 5 billion people here, the majority of people, and you can't really help everyone because when you help everyone, you help no one because you're not a specialist, you're just someone who is trying to do everything. That doesn't work. So you're like, okay, let me go with those folks. And you're like, hey, what's up? What kind of problems do you have? And you land on a group of dentists, for example, and they start talking about dentist problems. You're like, ooh, that's very cool. But you don't understand any of it and you can't help with any of it. And you're like, okay, maybe I kind of like dentistry, but it doesn't make any sense because I don't have anything to help these people with. So you stand up, get on your 2 feet. Even if you're a paper rectangle, you would have feet somewhere. You're hiding them. And you go to this group of people like, hey, how can I help you? And they're like, well, we struggle with our website. The design is bad and so on. And you're like, I like design. And you're like, let me help you with your design. So you start helping this group of people and you start getting better at it. And you start building this little business that's centered around design. While you're building this business, what's happening is that this group of people starts growing because more and more people in more and more industries are like, oh, this guy or girl is amazing at design, and a bunch more people come. And you were actually scaling a reasonable and nice business that makes you a good amount of money, that actually allows you to travel the world, that actually makes you free. Meanwhile, passion person over here is still, their audience is a little bit bigger, of course, because time compounds and everything, and they're still talking about their passion and they're super passionate, everything is going great. But they're getting a little bit less passionate because they have talked about many of the things and they're not really monetizing this well, and they can't really sustain this forever. They need money from somewhere. So this passion person is like, okay, why don't you buy this one thing? And people who joined just because of the passion, not because they have a problem, they're like, well, I don't really give a shit about your thing because it doesn't matter. So most of the people here leave because they don't care. They are passionate about something. They would spend their free time on something, but that doesn't mean they want to pay money for that thing. That doesn't mean they have a problem. That just means that they slightly prefer your thing to Netflix, which is not a great deal. So, doesn't scale that well, and this person is not very happy. They're not really free because they can't afford to be free, and they're not really happy because how can you be happy when, everyone that is supposed to be a customer and be there with you forever is just leaving? That doesn't make sense. This person here, in the meantime, is just stacking more and more people in their business. They're becoming better and better, and a funny thing happens. This person actually becomes passionate. And now they both have a working business and a passion. And why did they just become passionate? Because they're helping so many people. They're making an impact. They're living a free life. They feel the results of their effort. They feel the results of their journey of learning something. There's some meaningful impact to their lives. It's not the selfish need of, hey, I want to serve my child self. It's an actual need to help other people, to serve them, to make their lives better. And this person becomes passionate and they actually win more. They win more in the short term. They win more in the long run. They have a better business. They scale a better business. They can build a business that employs hundreds of people if they choose to. They can help thousands of people if they choose to. This person here, they have a very small chance of actually making it. They might make it, sure, but it's going to be difficult because they have to find a big group of people who are passionate about the same thing that they are passionate about and also value it so much that they want to invest time and money in it, which is rare and difficult. And you can't really do this consistently without actual market research, without doing what Mr. Passion here, or Mrs. Passion, this is a Jack, so I'll call it Mr. Passion, did here, which is go around people and see what kind of problems they have. Explore and find where you can help. And once you can find where you can help, then it starts making sense. Then you can start being passionate. Then you can start having an impact. So passion is actually holding you back. Screw your passion, focus on other people. Help them. Find a way to help them. And once you start helping them, you will become passionate. I guarantee you will become passionate. But you won't just become passionate magically because you decided you want something when you're 6. That doesn't work like that. And it is just silly. If you think like me, you should join Creator Income. I help creators who want to go through that journey, and actually scale a profitable business filled with passion. If you like this journey, you can leave a hate comment below saying how much I suck. I won't give a shit about it because I have my people that I'm helping, but if it makes you feel better and it distracts you from your obviously terrible choices in life, I'm very happy to help.